Yo, what's going on? It's the RapNerd, and I saw this news about Superman, right? And I kind of want to just get my thoughts on it and help people out a little bit, because I know this is causing a lot of panic. One of my homies just texted me about it, like, yo, what's up, bro? What's going on? I'm like, all right, let me calm it down. First of all, take it with a grain of salt right now, because I don't think this has been announced by any of the trades, if I saw right. It didn't come from the Rap, it didn't come from Hollywood Reporter, it didn't come from, what's the other one? Overriding. So that's the first thing to think about. And then the second thing is, I swear like a month or two ago, didn't they make an announcement saying Henry signed a deal for like 3 more films? But right now, it was more so from a cameo standpoint instead of like a full movie, because technically he had like 3 movies now. So that was the thing too to think about. So I'm like, keep that in mind. 2, I think reboot is a bad word that they're using, because they said the same exact thing with James Gunn's The Suicide Squad. They said it was a reboot, right? I remember reading them headlines saying like, oh, James Gunn is doing The Suicide Squad. It's not Suicide Squad 2. And it's a reboot. But I'm like, actually it's not. It continues pretty much where the end of the Suicide Squad ended. It's just they bringing on new characters. So in a sense, they think that that's a reboot. But so take that reboot word with a grain of salt too. And I feel like this is gonna be like how it's gonna be Elseworld. I feel like because it's gonna be Elseworld, you know. And you know, with the writer, I think that they're personally going to try and do Calvin Ellis as Superman, which is the black Superman on a different Earth. And there's a lot you can do with that story, because, you know, Calvin is the president of the United States, and he's Superman. So people know who he is, like, you know, from both standpoints. And I think you can make some really nice stories out of it. So I think that's the route they're going to go, just as like an Elseworld story, like how the Batman will be. But what I will say is, I just don't see the reason why to do that when you already have a perfect Superman right here. You know, Cavill is perfect Superman. He's been doing it for he's had it for 3 times. And with being Superman, I mean, it comes with the acting. Like, he knows how to make the flight look believable. He knows what it's like to be hooked into a crane. He understands the character. Like, he looks like the guy. He's built like the guy. I mean, he talks like the guy. You know, Henry is the perfect Superman. So that's why I'm like, what's the point of doing an Elseworld Superman when you got this guy right here that you can make stories out of? And before you talk about the Batman, the only reason the Batman, you know, with Matt Reeves and Robert Pattinson is coming is because WB screwed up. If they wouldn't have screwed up, we would not be getting Robert Pattinson's Batman. We would be getting Ben Affleck's Batman. Because, boy, this is a whole other can of worms, just showing that Walter Hamada has no idea what he's doing at DC Films. Said it before, like trying to bring in CW writers to help blend the universe. What the hell is that about? The Flash being a overhaul of the new DC films. Like, that's kind of my fear with that movie in itself. That is going to be like Age of Ultron. It's going to be the sacrificial setup movie and disregard everything else about characters and what matters in an actual movie. And I think, you know, they're trying to rewrite the films, you know, to bring in a new universe, since Ben Affleck pretty much is done. He hasn't said it. I mean, he said it, but he's coming back for Flash, and I feel like he's coming back to get, you know, to be over with and let them carry on with somebody else. Now, are they going to bring in Pattinson's role? They possibly could. I don't think so, because Reeves seemed like he really wanted to have his own universe. And with his Batman being so grounded, I don't know how it would even fit into a world where Aquaman and Wonder Woman and the Flash even exist. You know, so I don't think that they're going to do that. So I really don't know what they're going to do with the Batman. The best bet with that would be to just keep the same older Batman and just cast somebody to play Ben, you know, as Ben's Batman. But that's neither here nor there. Formally, what I'm saying is, had they not fucked up the original plan that Zack had in place, we wouldn't even be here. Like, dog, I looked back at the slate when they announced the Superman news and just was like, bro, y'all had it sitting right there. Y'all had a plan right here. It was going to go from Man of Steel, and this year, we would have, not this year because it's 2021, but 2020, we would have had 2 black lead superhero films. We would have had Green Lantern and Cyborg in 1 year. And Zack wants Jon Stewart. He doesn't want Hal Jordan. This has been rumored, and I kind of know and have an idea that Jon Stewart is who he wants as his Green Lantern. So if we would have got that solo Green Lantern movie or Green Lantern Corps, it would have been led by Jon Stewart. Cyborg would have been led right there. It's a black hero. And that kind of goes into what's the point of doing a Elseworld black Superman when you have other interesting and dope black characters outside of just being a different version of Superman. Like I said, you got Jon Stewart, you got Cyborg, you got Martian Manhunter, you got Static Shock, you got Black Lightning, you got Vixen, Bumblebee. Like, you have all of these characters that you literally can use. Black Canary's dead. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's mad other black characters that you could use outside of like a black Superman. I'm not against it. If it comes out, I'm gonna see it. I think it'd be dope for the culture, of course. But I'm like, why not try something else as far as the black heroes? You know what I mean? Like, it don't make sense. They shouldn't have screwed up from the jump. You know what I mean? After Batman vs Superman, they just threw everything away. And had they not done that, we would have had a fully built universe. Like, that slate is crazy, bro. We would have had all the movies we got now: Green Lantern, Cyborg, another solo Batman, another solo Superman, Justice League Part 1 and 2. We still would have had Shazam, Aquaman. Like, we would have had everything and more. We would have been straight, bro. So I'm not sure why I know why. It's a knee-jerk reaction because the movie didn't do what I want. But nah, you let the artists do what they do. Why do you think they're releasing Zack Snyder's Justice League now? They fucked up. Like he said in that interview, y'all just want to do this to get it off your back. But what they don't know, and this is another grain of salt I want you to think about. Zack Snyder's JL is doing a lot of heavy lifting. It's a 4-hour film, so it's a lot of stuff going on in this movie. So all I'm gonna say is, from what I know and from what I've been told by some people, the success rate for this thing could drastically change a lot of stuff. There are already some wheels turning, and it could definitely change. I mean, and for those talking about the cul-de-sac, do you really think they're going to do a cul-de-sac movie with Funko Pops, action figures, T-shirts, TV? Like this movie is getting marketed like a real, like a real movie. They're having what is it? Early screenings for like critics next week. You think they're doing that for a one-off? Yeah, right. And then the way the movie ends, because I kind of know how it ends. So the way it ends, there's no way possible this is just going to be like a one and done. I just don't see, because I think the people are going to want to see more. And if that happens, there's really no telling what we could do, because technically all the movies that have come after Justice League don't contradict anything in Zack's movie. And if they do, it's like small little things that you can gloss over. But that could be canon. I mean, nobody considers Whedon's version anyway. So I like to say, wait for the trades, man. I don't think this means Cavill is done. I just think they're allowing directors to do what they want to do. If they want to do an Elseworld story, like Walter said in DC Fandom, he's talking about Red Son Superman. I think this is just that. I think it's another Joker. Like, and if they want to do their own one-off trilogy with Calvin, they could do it. But he also continue the DCEU. I mean, you're not going to wipe out everything after you had $1 billion Aquaman, and Gal is loved by all. Even though Wonder Woman 84 wasn't the greatest, everybody loves her as Wonder Woman. You know what I'm saying? Say what you will about Zack Snyder's movies, we all agree that Henry is a great Superman. Good luck recasting that. So just don't go overboard. I really don't have that much faith in WB, honestly, because of the moves they made in the past. But they're not going to let a guy like Henry walk. I mean, the dude's a bona fide star, and he still wants to be in the role. And again, that's the difference between Rob Pattinson. Why let somebody walk who wants to play the role? As far as, with Ben Affleck, he didn't want to play the role anymore. So you got to do something else. So that's why I think this is a different story than the Superman thing. But I'm still optimistic about that. The faith as far as like quality and what they're gonna do with a plan, I don't know. I don't have faith. I don't know. I'm here watching and thinking. So So that's just my thoughts on it. What y'all think? Let me know in the comments. Like, subscribe, and as usual, wear your mask and stay safe. Peace.